My name is Vanessa and I'm 35 years old, and I have started this network, Grow Network, so that I can teach you something, that I can share something with you that I have learned throughout my life. And it's about dreaming big. It's about learning how you can really reach for the top. Have you ever had the feeling that you wanted to do something but you couldn't because you were just not good enough? Well, that all stops here because you can reach for your dreams. So with this network, I can tell you something about, for example, the law of attraction, what it is and how it works. I can inspire you by telling stories of other people, by telling my own stories, by giving teenagers a stage to share their stories with you, because I know some of you really struggle. I know some of you don't really struggle but have a lot of questions, and on YouTube you can find like almost anything. You can find a tutorial on how to do your nails. You can find a tutorial on how to do your nails. I myself am a great fan of tutorials about natural hair because I love my natural hair, but that's not what this is about. Growing on the inside, that's where it all starts. Because watching TV, watching maybe even YouTube, we see a lot of people that are traveling all over the world, that are visiting the most beautiful places in the world, that are taking pictures and posting them on Instagram so that we can see their fabulous life while we are sitting in our garden or maybe on the couch in our pajamas. I know, because I do this myself. Oh, checking, and then all of a sudden I see the reflection of myself in the phone and I see that I'm just looking like crap, and I would never post a picture of me sitting there. So I go to the bathroom, I change the way I look, and then if I look like maybe this and I like it, I make a picture, post it on Instagram, but that's not real, right? We know that. We all know that. And it's okay, because it's an inspiration in some kind of way, but I'm not going to inspire you that way. Yeah, I'm going to inspire you and I'm going to teach you how you can grow from the inside out and not from the outside in. I will be coming to you weekly, every week, with a new video. Maybe it's just me talking about something that is really inspiring or really teaching you a great lesson. And maybe there will be me just interviewing a few young people. First, let me show you some pictures of me growing up. So this is me when I was just a little baby. I think I was like 6 months old here, and I am wearing my little PJs. I think I look very cute and I'm smiling. And then I got a little older. This is me at like about, I think, 10 years old. And this is me when I was a little bit older. I think I was like about 23 years old in that picture. I was already a mother at this age, at 23. My first baby was born when I was 21 years old, so that is very young, but I just always remember to still have fun with the little kid, and I was raising her by myself. And I always made time for friends. Sometimes people ask me, well, you're a mother now, shouldn't you just be at home? And I was like, no, I'm not the kind of woman to be always at home. So I always went for my dreams and did what I wanted to do, and I just believed that by doing that I would inspire her and I would show her that life is about fun and about being behind your choices. Now, I wanted to share something with you today, and it is about dreams and how you can make your dreams come true. And I wanted to do that by telling you about the law of attraction. And maybe you've heard about the law of attraction. It's something that a lot of people are talking about. The law of attraction is about attracting something to you by thinking about it. So, and handling on that thought. And if you believe in the law of attraction, well, I don't think it's a belief, I just think it's a fact that it just works. But if you believe that the law of attraction works, then you believe that whatever you think will be a reality. And based on that, it's easy. You can do anything. You can get everything. You think about the car you want, you can get it. You think about the job you want, you can get it. You think about, well, name it, you can get it because you think about it and you attract it to you. Well, it sort of works that way, I guess, but it always works. It also works the other way around. And that's what most people do, and they don't even know it. They are thinking about the bad things and they will get it. Let me give you an example. Maybe something like a job interview. Maybe you've had a job interview already, maybe you haven't, or maybe you will soon. Well, the job interview is something that you might be very nervous about. And being nervous about the job interview that is due next week, you can keep on thinking about what might go wrong. Maybe they don't like you. Maybe they think you're ugly. Maybe they think you're a little strange. Maybe they'll ask you questions, which they will because it's a job interview, and maybe you will give all the wrong, stupid answers. Maybe it's in there and you will sweat like crazy and you will smell like you just gotten from the zoo or something. And you can think all kinds of negative thoughts around this job interview. And they won't help you to get the job, of course, because if you will be saying these negative things to you over and over and over again, I might say all the stupid things. Oh, why am I going to say, oh, I always say the stupid things. Nobody ever likes me. Oh. And then by saying that to you over and over and over again, it already becomes a reality because you make it a reality. How? By saying it, thinking it, you're going to be acting on it. And then you will get to the job interview. Maybe you've had a week of time to just say all these stupid, non-true things to yourself, and you have started to believe it. Within this week, it has become a reality. And then you step into the office, thinking you are stupid, thinking you might smell like a monkey or something, and then, well, I don't think that is going to work for you. You won't have the right energy because you're afraid. You are probably not going to say the right things. You're going to say the wrong things. And maybe by being this nervous, you will sweat and you will smell and you will, well, I don't know, but it will not do you any good and you will probably not get the job. And then you'll be thinking, well, you see, I was right. I'm not good enough. And the next time you'll be even doing worse because you don't believe in yourself. So let's turn this around. Take a pen, take a piece of paper and write down everything that's good about you. And maybe you have to dig a little deeper. You have to train it. Today you have to dig a little deeper. Tomorrow it's much easier. And the day after next year you'll be just only thinking good thoughts about yourself. But start today, take a pen, take a piece of paper, write down all the good things about yourself. Why people should love you, why you should love yourself, why you are fabulous, because you are, why you look good, why you feel good, why you deserve to dress the way you want to dress, why you deserve to wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and love yourself. Write it down and then read it. Read it out loud to yourself like the same mantra you did when you were thinking all the negative things, and you'll start believing it. And if you then go to the job interview, you'll be full of trust, you'll be full of good thoughts about yourself, and you will shine, and people will notice that. And people love it when you shine. You know what? Because they also are insecure and they also want to be around the people that have a glow. So start getting the glow. Yes? Okay, let me give you an example of my life. A moment in my life when, although I didn't even notice at the time, I used the law of attraction to start the school. 10 years ago, I started a theater school and it's still a big success and I'm still making a difference in people's lives every day. And I'm happy going to work, and I am happy when I see all the happy faces of the kids that enter my school. And that all started in my mind 10 years ago. Then it was a dream, it was an imagination, and now it's reality. Let me tell you something about that, because at that time I didn't know about the law of attraction. I just acted on something I believed was true. I'll start at the point when I was like about 15 years old. I was 15 years old and I was growing up, and me and my friend were looking for something fun to do on the weekends, and we wanted to grow and we wanted to act, because we always did, you saw in the picture, and we wanted to sing, and we wanted just to have fun and be around people that inspired us. So we went to Amsterdam, 15 years old, living in a town near Amsterdam, small town near Amsterdam. So we went by train every week, and we were sitting on the train thinking we were all that, and we were all cool, going to Amsterdam to a theater school. And we came there and we were just like, oh, this is where we need to be. This is where I need to be. This is where I can be myself. Do you know the feeling that you are in a place and you're like, oh, I'm home? Well, that was the feeling that I had when I went to this theater school. And I went there every week, had a great time, like home, and it was my calling. We were just building friendships for life. And then when I was 27, I had my bachelor in theater, so finished my education, and I was acting. I was in a part in a musical called Nijntje, and Nijntje is, you know her as Miffy, the bunny. And in Holland, we had a musical. There was a musical about her, and I played for like about, I think, 4 years. I played her best friend. That was Nina. That was me as a little bunny. And it was really fun doing it, because, but I was also missing something. I was not totally 100% happy with acting on a stage. I was happy acting on a stage, but there was more. So I started to teach drama in the same school that I went to as a young girl. So that was really great. And then some little thing came to mind. I was just thinking about the fact that I lived in a small town near Amsterdam, and there was no such place for the kids that were living in my hometown. There was no theater school there. So I started thinking, and I started dreaming about opening up my own school, opening up my own place, creating the same sort of place for the kids in my neighborhood growing up, that they can go there and go through the same growth in life as I did. So I picked up a pen and I started writing down exactly how this school should look like, how it should look like from the inside, how the classes would look, how the children would feel there, and how the children would grow there, and how I would be so totally happy doing that. And in a matter of I think it was a matter of weeks, I had just the school realized on paper and in my head. It was already there. It was just an imagination, but it was there. So the imagination was actually a fact, and that was the first step. And as I now was feeling, like really feeling this school, I had this little computer writing down everything. I had a map, theater school, ideas, and I was just like really feeling it. I almost wanted to go back, be a child again, to be in this school, because it was so cool. And of course it was. It was even cooler than the school that I went to, because I thought it was my idea. So why wouldn't it be the best school ever? So the imagination was a fact. The belief was the next fact. So I have imagined the school, I have imagined the school, but now by thinking about it, I also really started believing in the school. And then the last bit, the last push into making it into a reality was only logical, because I had thought of this and I had built it in my head, and I had 1000% believe in it. So what I did, I called up the newspapers, the local newspaper. I called them up and I told them like, hey, hello, there's going to be a theater school in this town for all creative kids to go to and to grow in. Yes? So you have to write about this because we're opening in September. And at that time I didn't even had any kids to go to the school. I didn't have any students, but I believe that they will come if the newspaper would tell this story. So the newspapers were like really enthusiastic. They interviewed me, they were publishing, and after that the students came calling. They called me, they wanted to go to a few free lessons, so I offered them a few free lessons, and 80 kids went to the free lessons. 80 kids came in for some free lessons, and from these 80 kids, 55 kids signed up for the first year, and that was really beautiful. Thinking back, it gives me goosebumps because 5 is my lucky number. 55 that first year. Okay? So my school was a fact. Now I only needed a place to give the lessons, and I needed me to stay fit so that I can give the kids the lessons and I can start. And I did. And I'm still here. You start with the imagination. Think of your dream and visualize it. Then you believe in it. Make sure that you believe in it for 100% or even more. And then you have to achieve it. Make sure you act on it. Make sure you take the right steps into achieving your goal. You have to keep in mind that on this most important path, there will be people telling you otherwise. There will be people telling you that you're crazy. When I had the thought, when I was thinking about this school, dreaming about this school, and was reaching a point where I didn't even think that I was dreaming anymore, because it was, for me, it was already a reality. At that point, there were a few people telling me, and even some people that I really love and really respect, but they were not there with me. So they were thinking like, well, and saying to me, well, maybe it's a little, this goal is a little too high. Where are you going to get all these kids from? And what are you going to teach them? And maybe you don't even know anything yourself. So how are you going to? Well, don't listen to them, because you know that you can do it, and you know that you don't know anything. You don't know exactly what you need to do right now, but you know where you want to go. You know where you're going, and you have to trust that life will show you the right way. Life will show you how to get there. But you have to look, you have to see it, you have to be open for it. And in order to be open, in order to be able to keep looking, you have to keep believing. Now, let us look to some pictures of, let's say, 4 regular kids. 4 regular kids with big dreams. Yes? Okay, here we have 4 kids with big dreams. And these kids could be you. They could be your neighbor, they could be anybody. There are 4 of them, they're kids, they're special because all kids are special, and they had big dreams. And the difference between these kids and maybe some other kid is that they believed in their dreams, that they made sure they were around the people that inspired them to keep believing in their dreams and to achieve their dreams. And by doing that, by believing in the dreams and not letting anyone tell them otherwise, this is how well they turned out. There you have it. And so can you. Believe in it, focus on it, act on it, and then achieve it. Well, I think it's enough for today. I really, really, really hope I inspired you today, and that you will see me next week, next Saturday. Don't forget to leave some comments below. Maybe you have some questions, maybe you have any ideas about what I can talk about on this channel, because as I already said, it also needs to be a stage where you can talk about what you want, or where you can ask me to talk about what you would like to know. Tell me any ideas, and I will look and see what I can do for you. Don't forget to follow and grow with us. Thank you. Love you. Take care.